Warriors, listen closely. Focus is the blade that cuts through the chaos of existence. Without it, even the strongest spirit grows dull. A mind without focus drifts the way a ship wanders in open waters, pushed by currents, swallowed by storms, lost without direction. But when focus becomes part of your inner nature, you gain the power to carve through doubt, noise, and weakness. You become someone who moves with purpose, someone who stands unshaken even when the world trembles. Most people fall, not because they are incapable, not because they lack intelligence, but because their focus is quietly stolen from them. Stolen by temptations, by noise, by endless notifications, by the pressure to please others, and by the habit of doing everything except what truly matters. The modern world is designed to scatter your attention like dust in the wind. The Stoics understood this thousands of years ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Your focus is your strength. It is the inner torch that lights your path. When you learn to master it, you are no longer ruled by chaos, you rule over it. But remember this truth. Focus is not simply grinding harder, it is clarity. It is the art of deciding where your energy must go and defending that decision fiercely." Seneca warned, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." A broken focus creates a wasted life. A unified focus makes your life feel expansive. So imagine yourself as an archer. The world may shout, winds may pull, doubts may whisper, but the Stoic breathes, narrows their aim, and releases their arrow with total certainty. This journey begins now. Your mind is a citadel, and its strength depends on the walls you build around it. In ancient times, a city remained safe only as long as its walls stood intact. The same goes for your inner world. The greatest danger isn't the storms outside, but the distractions that creep in from within. Every ping, every meaningless scroll, every fleeting impulse, they are cracks in your defenses. Once the walls fall, your focus is lost. To guard your mind means setting boundaries. It means learning the power of no. It means treating your attention as sacred. Ask yourself before every distraction, does this serve my purpose or steal my power? If it doesn't serve you, shut the gate. Because if you don't protect your focus, others will use it for their gain. The forces vying for your attention are relentless, and they spend billions to capture just a moment. Let your mornings begin in silence, not with the glow of a screen. Choose the 3 most important tasks for the day and commit your energy to them alone. Craft a small corner in your room, a sanctuary where thoughts can breathe. The wise ones of old didn't see stillness as luxury. They saw it as survival. When you guard your mind like a fortress, you don't just protect your focus, you reclaim your power. And once reclaimed, your focus won't just double, it will multiply. Focus isn't about piling more on, it's about shedding what drags you down. A sculptor doesn't create a masterpiece by adding clay. He chips away everything unnecessary. The Stoics lived by this principle. In order to grow, they accepted that people would misunderstand their sacrifice. They embraced being called foolish because they'd rather cut away than cling to excess. Look at your life, the unending group chats, toxic conversations, gossip, empty entertainment, all distractions disguised as hobbies. These don't just take time, they steal clarity. Focus thrives in simplicity. Chaos thrives in excess. You cannot sharpen your mind if it swims in clutter. So ask yourself, what drains me? What clouds my clarity? Write it down. Then slowly begin to cut those ties, even if it hurts. In the words of the wise, if you seek tranquility, do less, but do what matters. By removing the unnecessary, you don't just free space, you gain strength. Like a sculptor refining marble, your life becomes a masterpiece. Motivation is a spark. Rituals are fire. They burn even when the spark is gone. The problem isn't that you're unmotivated. The problem is you're relying on motivation at all. Even the greatest thinkers, warriors, and creators didn't feel inspired every day. What separated them from everyone else? Rituals, systems, disciplines that held them together when emotion failed. The mind loves rhythm. When you repeat an action long enough, it becomes a groove on the inside of your brain, a path of least resistance. Great focus starts with small rituals. A 10-minute morning reflection, a fixed time for deep work, a nightly routine of clearing your space, a daily walk with no phone. Small actions repeated consistently become mental anchors. They tell your mind, it's time to work, it's time to grow, it's time to sharpen. You do not rise to the level of your motivation. You fall to the level of your rituals. Build rituals so strong that they carry you even on the days you lack willpower. Replace the question, do I feel like doing it, with, is this who I am? If you want unbreakable focus, build a ritual that outlives your moods. Focus isn't natural. It's trained, forged, sharpened. Just like a warrior sharpens his sword daily, you must sharpen your attention. Every distraction you resist is a rep you add to your mental strength. Every moment of deliberate concentration is a stroke of the sharpening stone. Start with short bursts, 25 minutes of single-task work. No switching, no wandering. If your mind drifts, pull it back. That's the training. Over time, those 25 minutes will expand into hours. The mind is a muscle, and you are its trainer. Strengthen it with discipline, patience, and intention. When you master your attention, you master your life. People talk about focus as if it's pleasant. It isn't. Deep focus is uncomfortable. It demands sitting with boredom, resisting impulses, pushing through resistance. That discomfort you feel when you start a difficult task, that's the exact moment most people quit. But it's also the exact moment focus begins. The Stoics understood this well. The obstacle is the way. When your mind screams for escape, scrolling, checking messages, getting a snack, that's the threshold between an ordinary mind and an extraordinary one. If you push through for just 2 more minutes, the noise fades and clarity emerges. Learn to lean into discomfort. Don't run from it. Set a timer for a task you dread and commit to staying with the discomfort until it softens. Teach your mind that discomfort is not danger, it's growth. Every time you choose discomfort over distraction, you unlock a level of focus you didn't know existed. Your environment writes your destiny more quietly than you realize. Walk into a cluttered room, and your mind mirrors the chaos. Walk into a room designed with intention, and your mind sharpens. The greatest thinkers didn't rely on willpower, they crafted spaces that supported their minds. Remove the noise. Declutter your desk. Keep only what serves your goals. Place your tools where they trigger action. Keep your phone out of reach when working. Surround yourself with words, symbols, and reminders that align with your mission. Let your environment whisper your purpose every time you walk into the room. When your surroundings are built for clarity, focus becomes the natural state, not a forced one. You don't rise above your environment, you reflect it. There is a version of you that already exists, stronger, sharper, more focused. Every action you take today is either feeding that future self or stealing from them. Most people betray their future because the present feels easier. But the Stoics remind us, what stands in the way becomes the way. You must become fiercely loyal to the future you are building. Write a simple contract. I will show up every day for the person I want to become. Sign it. Date it. Place it where you can see it. It sounds symbolic, but symbols shape identity, and identity shapes behavior. Once your future self becomes real in your mind, laziness becomes betrayal. Distraction feels like debt. Every time you choose discipline over impulses, it's a deposit into the life you want to live. Let your future self be the standard you rise to, not the dream you postpone. The Stoics thought about death not to be morbid, but to be awake. When you remember that your time is limited, focus becomes natural. Suddenly, the small distractions lose their grip. The gossip, the scrolling, the noise. None of it matters. What matters is impact, growth, mastery. Wake up each day with the mindset, I do not have time to waste. My purpose is calling. This isn't panic, it's clarity. Purpose turns minutes into opportunities. Urgency turns tasks into missions. When you live with purpose, your focus becomes unstoppable. Your mind stops drifting. Your actions align with your vision. And then, slowly, consistently, you transform. Not through luck, not through motivation, not through shortcuts, but through intention, focus, and the quiet, unbreakable discipline of a stoic mind. If this message sparked something in you, if it reminded you of the power you carry within, then don't let it end here. Like the video, share it with someone who needs this reminder. Drop a comment and tell me what part hit you the hardest. And if you're ready to transform your mind, your habits, and your life, subscribe, because we're just getting started. Every week, we go deeper. Your journey doesn't end here. It begins now.